What it do? You checking in with MobbGod live from the Mobb Media Center, Plaquemine, Louisiana, and this where we at, baby.
All right. First things first. New location.
New location. We are on Railroad Ave. If you from this area, you know Railroad Ave, 24160. We over here by Hop and Shop. I know everybody know where that's at. So yeah, we on that same corner on the opposite side, next to the great building, man. So, we got the photography, we got the podcast and the music, audio books, voiceovers, career planning, lessons, production lessons, songwriting classes, you name it. We want to be accessible to the whole area for people to upgrade their craft, so to speak, and it's a one-stop shop where you can get that done.
Expectations.
I'm not a hard salesman. So it's like, you're going to see what I'm doing. If you like what I'm doing, come do it with us. You know what I mean? Like, we're not at the point and stage where we trying to knock over, other studios or get so much notoriety where we don't want nobody else getting no money or nothing. I really don't care, honestly. I know what I do. I know how long I've been doing it, and I know what I'm capable of doing for other people. And when you're passionate about your job, that's how you're able to do it, as long as I've been doing it successfully. And I noticed that a lot of people always have advice for me or suggestions for me, and they're not doing nothing. And I would honestly say I got the furthest listening to myself, trusting God, trusting my own ability that He gave me. And people just, I don't know, they have all the answers for you, but not for themselves, and it's just crazy. I think when people really lock in, they surprise themselves at the results that they can pull from themselves when they really lock in.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person, I'm just, I joke a lot, but when it's time to be serious, I'm one of the most focused people that you can be around. And I'm going to try to motivate you to do the same. But if you can't be motivated by somebody that you see is doing it at a high level, then it may not be for you, because it can be intimidating when you see somebody operate from a standpoint of excellency, you know what I'm saying, and just demanding excellence of themselves. It's different. So, that's when your music gonna sound different, your video is gonna look different, your content is gonna be different, you're gonna think different when you're in a conducive atmosphere that's gonna help you grow.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people go to studios and the engineer not locked in, they looking at their phone, they watching TV, they don't care how the music sound. Me, I'm not gonna put my name on nothing, that I don't want to sign off on if it ain't up to par. And my standards and other people's standards are way different, and that's why I know I'm a professional, and I got the results to show it. So that's why I say I'm not a hard salesman. Like, if you don't want to do it professionally and you just want to do it in your closet with Pookie and Ray Ray, do that. You know what I'm saying? Do that. Yeah.
So, up front, someone may just think, oh, he's the beat maker, he's the, What's different about, or what makes you different when, in terms of Mobb Media Center? Like, what's the difference between Mobb the engineer, but Mobb the owner of a media center?
I like that question. For one, I don't feel like I'm better than nobody because I own this place. The whole point of me owning this place is knowing that artists don't really have a lot of places and to use as outlets. So when you need an outlet and you need somebody to do your graphics, or you never had nobody that can actually mix and master your record or record you at a high level, or help you get a professional video shot or a professional interview. These are all tools that the artists are gonna need to catapult. So we're in the midst of one of the greatest times in Louisiana music, because we have produced so many people, and not only from Baton Rouge, but we got Plaquemine, we got Shreveport, Lafayette. Everybody got their own scene right now. New Orleans, everybody got their own scene right now. But at the end of the day, we still Louisiana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? From Shreveport, we 4 hours. From Baton Rouge, we 20 minutes. From Lafayette, we an hour and some change. You see what I'm saying? And it's all able to reach, you know what I'm saying? You can come right here, work with somebody who done work with all the people you grew up listening to. And if I wasn't who I said I was, there's no way I would have had the ability to work with those people, because those people are legends. I'm not saying I'm one, but I'm just saying I was good enough to work with them, and I'm able to show, for sure, I'm able to show artists how to get their stuff off the ground.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You said something that's profound, and I want you to elaborate on it, and the importance of it. You said content is key.
Right.
Talk about that.
Personally, like, I've always been a person that only likes to do the music. I don't like to book the sessions. I don't like to talk about booking the sessions. I don't like to, do the booking the plane tickets and all that. I don't like doing nothing but just showing up and doing the music, And even I had to break out of just being that way, because people have to buy into your personality. They have to buy into who you are as a person. They got to buy into your movement, and you have to put all those things on display. And some of the times it's going to be indirect things that get the attention on the direct thing that you want them to pay attention to. So you have to be creating that content, because you never know what's going to be the piece of content that actually takes off. You see what I'm saying? And lo and behold, if your cars are right, you may have some of your music posted under that clip, and you may have the rights to that music. You see what I'm saying? And now you're getting paid for the music clip, the video itself, and your music is now making mechanical royalties based off the fact that it's on all these platforms and it's spending, millions of times under this content. So it's just like the content and the music game have intermeshed to the point where you can't have one without the other. So you might as well do it right.
And another thing that I've heard you say about yourself more than once is you are great at execution. Mm-hmm. So with that in mind, how are you, or what are you planning to continue in that mode of executing the startup of Mobb Media Center?
Just showing up every day. There's so much power in consistency. And I noticed that people have a hard time doing that. And to be elite, I want to do everything that's going to put me in a position to be successful. If I'm looking around at my peers and my counterparts and I see they only do this sometime, or they only willing to do music once a week, or, they may not put out nothing for 2 years. No, there's no power in that. And the consistency it takes to be successful at anything, which is why I like to go to the gym, because I see the result of my hard work directly. And that transcends into so many other parts of life. And people think it's just about the physical. It really starts my day mentally. It jumpstarts my brain. I'm up, I'm working, I'm thinking while I'm at the gym. I'm getting, things off my chest. I'm blowing off steam. I'm getting rid of some of that aggression where I can focus, because I've been programming. And that's what I try to tell people all the time. You got to get a program that works for you. So when I say I'm programming, I'm doing what's best for my mind, body, and soul. And that allows me to execute, because I know the average person is not executing. That's why we have so many podcasts and so many people who give their opinions, because they're watching the doers. And it's so easy to criticize the doers when you're just observing the doers. You're not doing anything but giving an opinion on it and hoping that it pans into something that'll pay you. But everybody's opinion is invaluable. Just like I was making a point the other day, I said, man, some of the most powerful people in the world, you don't know who they are. You don't know their name. You don't know their net worth. You don't know what they running. But that does not make them less powerful, because they are anonymous to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to be known by everybody. I'm here to do a job and leave a legacy. When I see how the music that I've made touches people, and how they react to it, like I knew they would, like I manifested they would, then I know I'm on to something. You know what I'm saying? And all that comes from the dedication and the discipline and the consistency, putting that forward. I've been doing it every day for years, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. No matter how I feel, rain or shine, sleet or snow. And artists got to stop doing that too, like thinking that they got to be in the perfect position to work. Because let's say, okay, that's right. Let's say you having a down month and you in the dumps and you depressed. That's the perfect time to write about that. Yeah. Because there's so many other people out there feeling that same way that can't rap. Right. So you have the talent and the ability to put this into words and put it on music. And there's so many people that end up resonating with that because you took the time to say that everything ain't got to be glitz and glamour and clubbing and, stunting and you know what I'm saying, jewelry and all that stuff. People got to talk about life. Everybody pretending like they got it together. Everybody want to make it look good for social media, but people are struggling right now.
Yeah.
And it ain't even just black, white, Chinese. It's the economy.
Yeah.
So you gonna tell me you not struggling in this economy, but everybody else is, but you making it look like you just, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to not have everything figured out.
Right.
But the fact that you trying to put one foot in front of the other every day and figure it out will make you figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And just before we kind of like land the plane, let's talk to the customer or the client. What is something that you would have them to know about, not just the type of music they're going to produce here, but about the type of content, the journalism, the journalism that's going to come from here? Because I think we have landed in this era where it's terrible. The journalism is terrible. Like you talk about the podcasters, it's just opinions, just keeping up the mess.
It's oversaturated.
Yeah. So just talk to the client about, what they can expect from Mobb Media Center.
The client, first of all, I expect them to be professional because I'm not going to give you a half effort. I'm not going to treat you different because you're not a mega star. I'm going to treat you with the same respect that I'm going to treat the next person with, that I want to be respected as well. That means coming on time. That means paying your deposit. That means not coming with 50 people to a 2-3 hour session. You know what I mean? So it's like, just things of that nature so I can give you the best experience, so I can look forward to doing my job because you've already done your job by paying and showing up on time. And I feel like, people don't realize that you'll ruin a session before it starts just by being unprofessional or being late or being too high or being too drunk and I can't give you the best version of yourself because my job is to pull the best out of you in the music that you're creating. I got to make you shock yourself with what I can do with your music.
Yeah.
And I can't do that if you're not on point and all the way on board, but you're spending your money to come here. It's a waste of time. But you're going to definitely get an adamant professional. You're going to get somebody who cares about how you sound, how you perceive, how it looks, and just somebody that's going to actually go the extra mile for you.
Okay, so in closing, let the people know where they can follow you, where they can, the handles, YouTube, Instagram.
YouTube is MobbGod. Instagram, MobbGod 8 CEO. The studio page is Mobb Media Center. Website, MobbMediaCenter.com, SoloMafia.com. We got more merch coming. We got more opportunities coming at the studio. You'll be able to actually get your session filmed if you want. You'll be able to get behind the scenes interviews, just all stuff geared towards helping the artists, even be able to take pictures, headshots, bios, you name it. Everything is meant to help the artist. So there's no excuse for you not to get in with us. And if you don't, then we'll just show you what we're capable of doing with the people that do decide to come.